What's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 2. So you guys, I am on location. I actually am at home today. But I am in Mr.'s car because Mr. is going to go pick up Joe from Louisiana tomorrow, and he has his car trailer blocking the garage. So I can't get the studio out the damn garage. Okay. So, yeah, we on location today, but we gonna still give it to you today. What you want, what you came for. Y'all, I'm telling you, the stress level is high. It's high. It is high, but we gonna do it. We gonna do it together. All right, you guys, let's get to it, shall we? So, we start with Carly Red's bullshit. You guys, last week, somebody said in the comments and kind of made me feel bad. They were like, Roxanne, what if Carly Red's father passed? Remember, her father was sick. And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, I hope her father hadn't passed. But something told me that Carly and her Aunt Mona was going to be up to that bullshit, like I said. And sure enough, we are there because she is celebrating the death of her marriage. That's right, you guys. Her and Double A Mo have been married for the last year. Actually, today, the day that they visited Willie Watkins' funeral home. Willie Watkins, I work with his nephew. That's a little fun fact for you. But anyway, she has called the girls down there. You know, Rashida was like, I was going to call Carly and go off on her about what she did at my party. But then when she told him to come down to this mortuary, you know, to the funeral home, she was like, oh my goodness, something happened. Okay. So, yeah, rounded up the troops. We got Rashida, we got Erica, we got Mimi, we got Mimi's girlfriend. Okay. Spice is already there. But when they pull up, they just trying to figure out what's what. So they come in and Carly is up there, you know, and it's funny because everybody got on funeral clothes. Like, did you guys really dress up like you was going to a funeral? I mean, wouldn't you have? Anyway, child, they get up there and Carly turns around and she says, I'm celebrating the death of my marriage. I've been married a year. You know, and Spice was like, yeah, she didn't tell you guys, but she's been married a year. And now she's, I guess, about to get a divorce. Mimi was like, Carly had us all come down here, had us thinking that somebody died, but she's talking about being married. I don't play with death. I said, girl, me neither. But see, this is what I'm talking about right here. Mona. Okay. Mona's up there at her usual antics and tricks. So, yeah, she said that her and Double A Mo had, you know, unbeknownst to everybody, had went and tied the knot. But it's just been terrible. It's been horrible. And she's about to quit. Erica was like, now, are you sure that you want to do this? And she was like, oh, yes, because look, I have proof. Okay. Always printing out some shit. Oh, she's got pictures of Double A Mo and some prostitute, let her call it, all up and through round in all around her house and within the view of the camera. So yeah, she got her proof and she shows it to him. And then here come Rashida with the word of wisdom. I said, listen to this shit. Well, Carly, you know, when you get married, you gonna go through some things. That's just always gonna be. You gonna go through some things, but it depends on what you're willing to accept. Shut up, Rashida. Oh my God. I just was like, is she gonna be giving us these little seeds, these little quotes, you know, these words of wisdom when it comes to... Don't nobody want to hear that shit from Rashida. Carly, you know, goes on. She gonna lay on the victim shit real thick this season. I have been through so much. Nobody would ever know. Well, of course nobody would ever know because your dumb ass went and snuck off and married somebody when you was already having problems with him before you guys even got married. Why would you do that? Did you think it was going to get better when you married him? Ain't nobody fixing to sit up here and feel sorry for this dumbass mess. I said, Carly, girl, you I'm sorry. Y'all know I usually be feeling sorry for people, but not crackhead Carly Red. And side note, what has Carly done to her face? Something is different. Something is different. I just kept on looking at it and I was like, you know, as sometimes as people get older, they start to get that witchy poo look. She's starting to get that witchy poo look. I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, Carly's now trying to get a divorce. Now, let's jump over to Jock. Jock says that, you know, he's going to focus on other things, you know, not this whole situation with his wife-to-be wanting him to get snipped. Okay. There's other things going on in life right now, so he's going to concentrate on that. Now, we got light-skinned Keisha. All right. She's a newbie on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Who does she remind me of? I kept on looking at her. I was like, she reminds me of somebody. And every time I think I have it like on the tip of my, as soon as I feel like I have it there, then it's gone again. But she reminds me of somebody. Does she remind me of, oh, you know who I think it might be? It might be Chameleon. Well, does she remind me of Chameleon? I don't know why she did, but I was like, she reminds, maybe that's the person I was thinking of. Anyway, Light Skin Keisha is the new rapper on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And she tells us that she got her name because it was a whole bunch of girls named Keisha. And, you know, she was Light Skin Keisha, which is, you know, makes total sense. You know, we have our, you know, big booty Keisha, dark skin Keisha, light skin Keisha, Keisha with the blonde hair. Okay, everybody gets their nicknames when you have such a common name such as that. So, okay, Light Skin Keisha is, she's performing or she's doing something at, I think at Jock's radio show. And he's feeling her, you know, says that she's got a promising career ahead of her. And evidently, light-skinned Keisha has this boyfriend. What was his name? Coca? Something like that. They are the epitome of black love, okay? The Atlanta version of Remy and Pap, let him tell it. Okay, they just so cute together. Keisha says that that is her heart. Okay, we see Shekinah. She comes in. She says that she's back on her grind, and I don't know why Shekinah is even on the show, but maybe that will be revealed to us eventually. But she's talking to Shekinah too and asking her, like, what's going on with your project? What's coming up? And she said, yeah, you know, she got something coming out soon. She did have some work with Scrappy, little Scrappy, okay, young Merlot, and they had did something, and then he put the music up, and then he took it right back down, and she has a feeling that it has something to do with Bambi. And Jock is just sitting there listening like, okay, you talking about my cousin. Y'all, did you notice also in this show how much now all of a sudden everything is my cousin. I mean, we knew that they were related, but now we really just gonna drive that point home. Anyway, he feeling uncomfortable. You know, that's his cousin and everything. But anyway, light-skinned Keisha says that Bambi just be acting funny style. And when she get to acting the way she acting, then Scrappy also follows suit. And she kind of says, oh, you know, it's funny that you would say that about Bambi because I've always gotten good energy from her. Okay, I was like, yeah, me too. But we're going to find out more about that story in a little bit. Now we see Mama D. You know, remember she's had surgery, so she's back home now. She got that damn Ernest there, and she wearing them out and, you know, henpecking them and all of that. I guess she feels like he's always over her shoulder and trying to make sure she's okay. Well, what do you want, a man to take care of you or not? So she's in bed, recuperating, and little Scrappy is on his way over there to see his mom. Okay, now Jock, the cousin, he is taking him there. I kept on wondering why Jock is looking over his shoulder. Then I was like, oh, he's doing his Uber job. See, I told you guys, when he came out with that Uber shit, it was always going to be for something. It's just for a storyline. It's just something always a little bit extra with young Jock. But, yeah, Scrappy, I guess he got, you know, he just so happened to get young Jock as his Uber driver to take him out to his mama house. But Jock still want to clear up this shit that he found out from light skinned Keisha. So while they driving, you know, he was just like, yeah, I saw light skinned Keisha the other day. And, you know, she was talking about you and she had mentioned something about you putting up a song and then you taking it right back down on social media. Like, what was that about? And he was like, well, you know, sometimes you just put something up and you take it right back down. Okay. Usually when you didn't mean to put that shit up. Okay. Or somebody contacted you, was like, take that shit down. So he took it down, and then Jock was like, well, you know, well, what's up with that? She had mentioned something about the BAM. Like, does she and the BAM not get along? And he was just like, well, you know, he get to telling us how, you know, over some niggas as usual. Bambi has a friend, and the friend was dating, I guess, Coca or whatever his name is. They were dating at one time, and then light-skinned Keisha came in and started seeing him as well. Okay, is it Coca? Is it the recent boyfriend, or it might be an ex-boyfriend? But I think it's the recent boyfriend. But I might be wrong on that one. Y'all let me know. But whatever it was, She was seeing the boyfriend, and light-skinned Keisha came in and started seeing him, and caused this big old mess. And Bambi, of course, is going to choose her friend's side, so she don't really fuck with light-skinned Keisha. Okay, but Scrappy was like, but I don't even get involved in that. I let the women fight but amongst themselves. But you sure took that damn song down, didn't you? Anyway, they get to Mama D house, and she's still steadily fussing from the bed. Scrappy go in there to find out how she doing, and she just tired of everybody just hemming and hawing over her. I'm fine. She ain't got no drinks in here. You ain't got to be worrying about her. She fine. Can y'all just leave her alone? And then she was like, cousin, talking to Jock, cuz, can I talk to you for a second? Okay. And Scrappy is just like, just Jock, and she was like, yeah, go on, just, and close the door behind you. She tells Jock how Ernest and Scrappy are driving her crazy. And Jock was like, well, they just love you, cuz, and they just want to make sure that you okay. And she says, I know, cuz. I was like, we're going to do a shot game on this cuz thing, y'all. But anyway, she appreciates Scrappy for everything that he does so much that she going to give him a party, a birthday party. And she needs Jock to help. Now, you just had surgery. And just last week, you was going on and on about how serious it was and all of this. But now you talking about having a party just a few days to a week or two later. She asked Jock to help, and he says, okay, of course he will help. Whatever you need, cuz. Sierra said that she is in a fight for her life. Everybody always in a damn fight for their life. She got to go to court about this court case, but she has her kids, and, her kids are everything to her. And she's nervous because she potentially could go to jail for 12 months. Okay. So today is a court day, and she's counting on Carly to come. So on her way to the courthouse, they're going to drop one of the kids off at school. She calls Carly, and she was just like, I was just making sure. And Carly said, yes, I'm getting ready, so I can be there for my friend. Sierra was like, cool, see you at the courthouse. All right. So Sierra gets to the courthouse, and she's outside standing with her lawyer. They waiting for Carly. Carly ain't there yet. All right. But who should come round in the corner but damn Shooter? I said, oh, did he have a change of heart? Shooter come up there. He said, I'm here just to support. And she was like, oh, you going to come in and testify? He said, no, I told you I don't come in the courthouse. And she was like, well, what the fuck you here for? Of course, BK was like, I appreciate that. That's what's up. No, that ain't what's up, because don't nobody need you cheering from the fucking sidelines. Either you gonna come in or you don't. What you bring your ass down here for? So, of course, she gets mad at him. And she was just like, you need to go. Get away from here. Go out. Go away from here. Shooter's like, well, what's wrong? Like, damn, I thought I was doing something coming. You ain't did nothing. Take that ass home. I don't know what he thought he was doing. Anyway, Carly's still not there, but whatever. She has to go on in because it's time for her court case. And the lawyer is telling her, we're going to ask for a continuance because they still want to try to get some more evidence. Sierra's mad though, because if Carly could have came, maybe they could have just went on and wrapped this shit up today. Carly could have gave her confession or her, her statement, and then we could have moved on. But, I guess the lawyer's like, no, we want to get like for real proof. So we know maybe some video evidence or whatever. So, of course, Sierra starts to have a breakdown, right? I said, girl, pull it together. You at the courthouse. I don't have to go to jail. So we see Carly. Now she's stuck in traffic. Like, what is this? Why? Girl, Atlanta traffic is horrible, especially downtown Atlanta. So your ass should have been went and got on your way up there. Okay, so of course she's supposedly stuck in traffic. Then she jump out the car. She gonna just run up to the courthouse. And then when she get to the courthouse, she don't know what room she gonna be in. And she can't get in touch with Sierra. Sierra's not answering her phone, of course, because you're in the courthouse. They don't want you to have your phone on. Okay, some courthouses don't even want you to bring the phone inside. So, yeah, she can't, she went to this room and that room, and, ain't no Sierra. All right. So, Carly just outside. Maybe you can catch a ride back with Shooter. Inside the courthouse, the right place, Sierra does get a continuance from the judge. The lawyer was able to stretch the date out, and that's good. The lawyer tells her, but Sierra says that that's not a victory because she just wanted this shit to be over. Now is, stretched out further, and where the fuck is Carly Red? Okay, no thanks to her. I'm still anxious and on borrowed time. Now, later on, we see Sierra, she's shopping, Okay, and she's with her girl Bam. She says Bam has been really stepping up as a friend lately. I said, yeah, Bam has been doing that because she needs a story on the show. Okay, Bambi said, y'all not gonna fuck with my marriage. You ain't gonna fuck with my kids. All right, but we just gonna go on and, let me be a part of this drama over here. So Bam goes to the store with Sierra. Sierra is going to have what is this party for? She said it's celebrating her freedom, or, her just living her life to the fullest before she possibly could be going to jail. It seems premature and stupid. You just want a reason to have a damn party. But she, so she's at the little boutique and picking out a little dress. Bambi was like, yeah, that's cute. That's like if Big Bird was a Crip. It was some feathered dress, but anyway, she tells Bambi the reason for this party, just in case she got to go to jail. And Bambi was like, don't say that. She was like, yeah, and she was like, well, who's all gonna be there? And she was just like, my family and my real close friends, that's it. I just want people who really love and support me. And I was talking to Tokyo, and she said she was coming, but she was doing some work with light-skinned Keisha. Bambi was like, you said who? Okay, light-skinned Keisha. Yeah, light-skinned Keisha. She's supposed to be, doing something with her. And she was like, why? What's wrong with her? And Bambi was like, I don't like her. Oh, well, why don't you like her, Bambi? Well, Bambi says, she don't really know light-skinned Keisha, but she's strong on that girl code. And the fact that her friend was dating old boy, and then light-skinned Keisha tried to come in there and fuck around with her, like, you shouldn't even be doing something like that. You trying to break up somebody's relationship, so ever since then, she ain't seen it for light-skinned Keisha. Sierra was like, yeah, you right about that. Well, you got a problem with her. I got a problem with Carly Red. Oh, really? Why? What happened? Well, Carly Red was supposed to come and testify for me at the courthouse, and she didn't even show up. Okay, and I found out from somebody, I'm not gonna say who, okay, but somebody told Sierra that her lawyers had then advised her, don't even get involved in Sierra's mess. Okay, you don't need that kind of drama in your life, and just to kind of leave it alone. So as far as Sierra's concerned, she purposely didn't show up to the courthouse on time. So now she got a problem with Carly Red. Now let's jump over to Alexis. Alexis says that she shouldn't have did what she did at Rashida's party. She trying to clean up her reputation, and she's a mama and she's a woman, and she can't be out here throwing drinks and shit and wanting to fuck people up every time she get mad at them. So she got to try something new here. Get this, Akbar V. Now Akbar V. I don't know if she looked at herself the way she was presenting herself on the show last season. Maybe felt like maybe she was doing a little too much, because that does happen. People get starstruck, people get to acting up for the camera, like doing all kind of extra when they wouldn't even act that way. I've heard that Akbar V outside of the show is actually pretty cool, so maybe that's not how she wanted to see herself on the TV. So this season, child, she say that she don't want to be the woman with the drama. She don't want to be the one bringing the mess anymore. Okay, looked real nice in her confessional, had her white suit. I said, girl, and she's a very pretty woman. So I'm liking this. I'm hoping that it stays. She's going out with Akbar V and the kids. And Akbar does throw into us that she has custody of all her kids. However, she let the foster parents and her family raise her kids because she's out there trying to chase her dreams. I was just like, I'm gonna leave it alone, y'all. But so that's what she said. Okay, so anyway, they're at letting the kids play. And, she's trying to tell Alexis, like, damn, you shouldn't have did what you did at Rashida's party. And she's like, I know I shouldn't have done it. Okay. But she was just pissed that Carly Red said that she was going to spit in her mama's face. Don't talk about my mama. But then when she really thought about it, they was really fighting because of Double A Mo. All right. Maurice. Didn't even know that was his name. They had some family issues. Maurice, Double A Mo, and Alexis' dad. There was some business deal. I actually saw Alexis tweet out that they had some business deal and Mo didn't give him the money like he was supposed to, and something yada, yada, yada. It fell through. It went bad. And here we are today. So that's why she kind of went off on Carly Red, talking about moms like that. And but now that she thought about it, maybe she shouldn't have done that. And maybe she should have a conversation with Carly Red again. And speaking of Carly Red, we see her in the car with Rashida. And I guess they're on their way to the divorce lawyer. It's nighttime. I mean, not that lawyers, I'm sure they bill by the hour. They can meet anytime, but don't we normally keep regular business hours? Oh, not for a Mona Scott Young production. Nigga, we go to the damn lawyer at 9 o'clock at night. Carly said that she did feel kind of bad about what happened with Sierra, but you know what? Sierra fine. She all on the gram. She all on social media taking pictures with Stevie J and looking like she having a good time. So she okay. She can't worry about her right now because she got so many things that she's worried about. She got the biggest fight of her life ahead of her. Rashida was just like, how did everything even go down between you and Alexis? Carly starts to tell her about what happened with Alexis and Double A Mo and the family problems and all of that. And so Rashida was like, well, what that got to do with you? And Carly was like, well, that's the whole thing. It don't have nothing to do with me. And Rashida was just like, I know Carly. I know it's some shit with her, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now because she look like she need a friend. Rashida know that Carly done said some shit or did some shit herself to get herself wrapped up in this mess with Alexis. And that's why Alexis came so strong at the party the other day. But whatever, we gonna deal with what we here for today, which is this damn divorce. So they get there, they go inside, and Carly is talking to the lawyer. The lawyer also want to know when the marriage went bad. And she says with some woman, some prostitute that sent her pictures of her, naked all throughout her house. And the lawyer's like, your house? Yeah, her house, her and Double A Mo's house together. When she showed the pictures to Double A Mo, he said that ain't his house. Okay. And she was like, I think I would know whose house this is with this woman all up in it. But whatever. She says she's just not happy with Double A Mo no more. Rashida was like, yeah, because when you around him, you are totally different. Okay, yeah, she different. She not herself. She's just way different when she's... Why did you marry him? When was it good? When was it good? Okay, you guys had just got engaged and immediately started having problems. Like, I'm telling you, I cannot feel sorry for Carly Red today. But whatever, she want to get this divorce and she want to move on with her life. And the lawyer was like, well, I hope you're ready because, it ain't going to be that easy. Okay, a lot of times people don't want to get a divorce. Okay, so that's something for you to think about. Now, later on, we see Carly Red at the boxing class. She said that Alexis Sky reached out to her and wants to talk to her. And she said if she want to do that, then she gonna meet her on her turf, just to let her know that what you gonna do? Girl, you can't. Don't be fighting these young ass girls. Did Alexis Sky used to be a stripper? Y'all know what I say about them strippers, child. I don't know if that's what she used to do, but she definitely was in them streets. So cut it out, Carly Red. Like I said, Alexis said that she felt bad about what happened, so she wants to try to fix this. So she meets her at the boxing class, and Carly was just like, so why are we here? So Alexis said, well, I just had a problem with you basically saying that you was going to spit in my mom's face. That was really the only reason why I felt like I needed to whoop your ass. But, now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have, because the problem really is with Double A Mo. So then Carly was like, well, can I tell my side? And Alexis says, yeah, sure. So Carly goes and gives us this fantastic grand story. She had never made it to the news, kind of like when Mimi got robbed in her garage last season. Okay, this is Carly's season for the fantastic fake news. She said that her and her man went shopping. Oh, they was in the malls, and y'all, they was Big Willie style. They was buying up shit, Fendi store, Gucci store. Okay, they had all these bags. They was in love. They was coming out, and some guys ran up to him and put a gun up to her head. Put a gun up to her head. You guys, are you understanding what I'm saying? Put a gun up to her head and said, give me all your bags. And she was so traumatized by that. That's why she figured that she would go off when Alexis Sky started trying to come for her. Then that's when she said she would spit in the mama's face. Alexis was like, I don't know nothing about that. I'd have to check with my family to see if, they took it there. She didn't sound like she thought that it was something that they couldn't do. She just was like, ain't nobody told me that that's what they did. So, but she was just like, I'm sorry about that, Carly. But you older than me. And Carly was like, oh. I was like, ooh. She was like, but you know, you deserve way better. And Carly was like, well, thank you. And Alexis said, and I just want you to know that on my baby, I did not have sex with him. I promise you I didn't. I never had sex with him. But let Alexis tell it in them tweets that just came out recently. He was spending all kind of money on her and taking her shopping and, you know, I guess got a house around the corner from her, all this shit. You guys will have to go and look up her tweets. Carly said, well, she can stick to that lie if she wants to. Okay. But again, Carly says she has receipts and she knows that them two was messing around. I guess messing around doesn't have to mean full-blown sex, but she don't want to admit it. Fine. Carly not gonna worry about that. Besides, she ain't fucking with Double A Mo no more anyway. Okay. So I think Alexis Sky think that them two just made up. I said, girl, I don't think that's what you guys just did. Now, lastly, y'all, whatever this stupid ass party is that strong face Sierra's having is at a jewelry store. I think she said it was Bubbles and Bling. So I guess, you know, this is what the who's who in Atlanta. Y'all go to the jewelry store and buy y'all jewelries and you know, have drinks at the same time. So everybody is there. Sierra is upset still. She tells Rashida and Bambi about what happened with Carly, how Carly didn't show up at the courthouse, and she was pretty pissed about that. Now, while she's talking to them, then in walks Carly. Of course, she walks up, hey, friend. And of course, Sierra's like, what's up, Carly? Why did Rashida just tell us in the confessional that she could see why Carly is so distracted, okay, with everything that she got going on in her life? But in the same scene, she goes and confronts Carly and was just like, why you didn't show up to the courthouse? That wasn't right. And Carly tries to plead her case. Like, I did show up. You know, I didn't know what room to go to. They told me 4C. I ran up to 4C, then turned out it was 2D. And by the time I got to 2D, you know, she had all of these excuses. Sierra was like, well, you can go on with that bullshit because somebody had then already told her that Carly's lawyer had told her don't be getting involved because she don't need to be involved in no legal situations with Sierra, and that she purposely didn't come to the courthouse. Carly was like, Sierra, I said that I would come and I did come, but I got so much going on in my life you don't even know about it. And Sierra was like, Carly, don't make this about you. Please don't make this about you. This is about me. So she gets fed up with with Carly. So she walks off. So she goes over to the side and she talking to Bambi. Okay. Now Carly stays over there with Rashida and she was just like, she all mad at me, but she don't support my events and things that I have either. Sierra and Bambi is over on the other side of the room and you know, they watching. Bambi was like, oh, she's still talking about you. And she's telling Rashida, Carly is telling Rashida, you know, I saw her taking pictures with Stevie J and she seemed to be just fine. Okay. So of course the peanut gallery over there, Sierra was watching and she said, what did she say? So she walked back over there and she was like, I was reading your mouth. Okay, y'all didn't know that she was a professional mouth reader. She said, and you was talking about me taking pictures with Stevie J. I took pictures with Stevie J because we was meeting the same lawyer. We have the same lawyer. And that's why we took a picture together, because we was there at the same time. Now, how you gonna refute that, Miss Carly Red? Carly was like, look, you don't know what's going on with me. I got a lot going on in my life. You know, all of this shit. Sierra's like, I don't even want to hear it. And you know what? You need to leave my party because you are doing too much and you need to leave, okay? Because I love you. I love you enough to tell you to kick your ass out. Carly ain't trying to leave. It's starting to get escalated. Carly finally says, okay, you want to kick me out? You need to keep that same energy, you know, when you want somebody to testify for you. And then Rashida was like, no, that wasn't right. Okay, you can't threaten her. Oh, you can do whatever you want to when somebody is trying to go off on you like this. So Carly was just like, yeah, bitch, you want this testification. I know that's not a word. You want this testification, then you gonna act like you got some damn sense. Although she not, because child, well, they get to arguing and then that damn Sierra just mushed Carly in the face. I don't know how long it's been since we actually had some contact with crackhead Carly Red, and I was excited about it. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, you know, of course, the crazy 88s is going to rush in and break the shit up. But just the fact that somebody actually got to Carly, because you guys know Carly is wiry. She usually can get out the way ahead of time. Usually, she don't even give the chance for you to be this close, okay? It's usually a table, an island, okay, the spread of a room, between her and the person that she's fighting against. But, oh, not this time. Maybe she didn't expect it coming from Sierra, okay? Or maybe they finally gave us a little bit of what we want. I'm waiting for somebody to beat Carly Red's ass. It's coming. All right, you guys, let me get off of here and get to Love and Hip Hop Miami. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.